Morning, everybody. How about a first cast fish? Morning, everybody. Mike from FisherMN here. Another early wake-up call. That alarm went off at about 3:30 a.m. I'm at a beautiful place. Brand new water today. Not sure what to expect, but new water can be fun. I've got a whole arsenal. This body of water has smallmouth, it has largemouth, walleyes, northerns. We're gonna take what we've got in the boat here. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna see what the lake wants to give us. Let's go fishing. Morning, everybody. How about a first cast fish? Wow. And there we go. We are looking for some smallmouth bass today. In our very first cast, we got one. Not a monster, but we got one. Awesome. I thought, oh, I'll just throw it over there. It's pretty choked out with weeds here. Nice way to start the morning. Beautiful day, late June here in Minnesota. Try another one in by shore there. There we go. That one took like a little bigger one. All right. This guy is a chunk. All right, that's where we landed our boat. And this is our second fish. Nice little chunky smallmouth. Let's go. You know, sometimes, especially if it's not busy, it's good to fish right around the landing because a lot of people, you know, they want to buzz to their first spot or their best spot. And people kind of forget to fish around the landing. I totally think a frog is underutilized for smallmouth bass. So we shall overutilize it. All right, 2 for 2. Thrown in shallow. Let's see if we can get another one. Try up to this point and then work our way to other areas. This wasn't the way it was going to go to start, but sometimes you gotta go the way the fish leads you. We're gonna fish kind of the shady shore here. And I think what we gotta do is we gotta get it way back in there. There we go. Test our casting skill today. There we go. All right. There's one willing to bite. Slinging him in like he's a little guy, but he's a pretty good one. Nice little chunky smallmouth bass. Nothing like a nice little frog hit there. Just thinking about switching over. I have my smallmouth rod with me. And if you watch some of my Rum River videos, I use a skidder prop. And we're pretty clear here as far as weeds go. I might go to that. Frogs are nice because you can throw them up shallow. There we go. They're pretty much cookie cutter, but they're all decent size, not tiny. And you know there's going to be a couple of big ones mixed in. All right. Action early. Got here about sunup and first cast, got a fish and getting them as we go down here. Definitely in the morning here we'll try topwater. But we got a lot of other stuff that we can do too. Alright, back at it. Got the skidder prop. See if they want a minnow. Alright, 1-2 punch. We got a weed line. We'll throw this in the front of the weed line and we'll throw the frog behind the weed line. There we go. Looks like a better one. Netter. They're wild. Okay. They all are pretty chunky. Good fish. Let's say we're getting in that 15, maybe 16-inch range. And this morning they're leaving no doubt whatsoever. They are just hammering. I prefer the skidder prop to the whopper plopper most of the time, just because it's light and it can kind of sit in one spot. And you just kind of has that perfect action to look like a bait fish. Possible to reel the skidder prop in just like a whopper plopper, but usually I throw it out, let it sit for a second, and just give it a little twitch. All right, one more with the one more with the skidder prop, and then we'll try the frog again. I'll be interested today to see if we get any largemouth. There's a huge lily pad and maybe reed field over there. Scoped out some of the spots on Google Earth. Back at it. Lily pad time. Let's see what lives around the lily pads in this lake. There we go. All right, smallies in the lily pads. I think we found ourselves a smallmouth bass factory here. That's a lot of smallies here at the beginning of the trip. Alright, we'll continue with the frog down this way. Seeing little jumps inside the weeds here. In fact, I saw one way in there. Crank her in there and see what we can get. I'm looking at those sticks sticking up, and that's a cast I definitely want to make, but before I do, I'm gonna fish all the way up. Never know when you're gonna run over a fish you could have caught. Oh no. Luckily that branch was breakable. A pro would tie their frog back on. Yeah, I don't see a pro around here. Oh, ah, jeesters. Soon as it hit. And of course, get a little line tangle. All right. I said that this like seems like not getting another chance. Let's see if we can get another chance. Definitely didn't feel the hooks. There we go. All right. I love how he took it. Those bigger ones, they just roll right over it. There we go. Long and skinny. That guy is long and skinny. Let's get a good picture of this guy. We're looking at 18 3/4. 18 3/4. Beautiful fish. Hit that frog. And off he goes. Got our board back in our little holder here. So nice to not have the board on the deck. Like I always say, those frogs catch the bigger fish. So I think that's the one that kind of swung and missed the first time. Had a little line tangle, got it untangled, and there we go. There we go. That's where those smallies are supposed to live, right by the log. And he's off. All right, time to make a run. Sunny shoreline, one big one. Not a lot of action. We're gonna head over to where I think we still have some shade on the other side. All right, nothing biting. Taking out the whopper plopper. See if maybe they want a little louder presentation. Finishing up my day here on a new body of water. I'll give it a thumbs up for the morning bite. First cast got a smallmouth on a frog, and that's a great way to start the day. Then after that, a consistent bite through the morning as far as getting some topwater fish going. No monsters early on, but some really chunky fish, some really fun fish to catch. And that's what you want when you have a day of fishing. Beautiful morning, everything was just so calm. The weather cooperated and was perfect. Explored probably about a mile of this lake. It's a very long lake that I'm at. And I did hook into one really nice smallmouth bass, 18 3/4 inches. Showing that this lake has some potential. So I'm gonna keep it on the list, but no bites in the last couple hours of fishing, just a few little hits on the topwater. So I think what we need to do is go get some lunch and then decide if we're gonna go out somewhere else tonight. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.